a discussion of monsters. In America, monsters arrive through Ellis Island, or from the stars, or morning's rogue angels. In Asia, ghosts hop, hair long, eyes black, and young girls from Taiwan will squeal in terror at that lonely world, but laugh with disdain at Hollywood's soulless piles of pixels and latex, signifying obsolete demons.
Aliens. We turn our dishes to heaven, but what manner of dog will come running to lick them, drawn to the censored moaning groins and the pyrotechnics of false death and chemical love? Fetch me a big stick to shake at these stellar voyeurs. I want nothing to do with them, as I run down my strange streets, an accidental alien without a ray gun. The big G walking, lumbering, our scaly tread, our thunderous might, massive as mountains, an inferno of times converged, chaos gone atomic, made flush, our uncertain allegiance no more complex than a Kosovo night, a Somalian dream, Sandinista memories, fading through a starlight scope. I am a Cold War child in an era of fallen walls, broken promises, empty buildings, and vast oceans poisoned without warning. I am the hunted visitor in the corridors of your making, a mirror of your future, your friend, your foe, leaving for now, but never forever. The deep ones, from the sea we come, from the sea we come, our mouths the ends of the world, the salt of the earth unwelcome at the charts of the tables of explorers who expect commodity implying territory, kingdoms, not wisdom, blood, not heaven's children. We grow with uncertain immortality at the edge not made for man, bending, curving, humming cosmic, awakened alien, our mass, a darkened foaming mask, a bed of enigma to certain eyes, one with the moon, one with the stars, one with the ash that whispers history, in the same breath as myth and gods, whose great backs yawn before us, as we change with a growing tongue, growling amid the dreamlands, we built one blade, one leaf, one golden wall at a time. Full metal Hanuman. They fling us at empires when the cosmos needs to die, engineered by the best AI minds of Nulan Chan. In the boot tubes we sing, they'll never let us in, they'll never let us in, they'll never let us in to holy him upon, not quite monkey, not quite man. In the future, true havoc needs more than a mere dog for war. Lautonium shell around a simian soul, dropping through the sky, ready to die, armed to the bone with 3 strong hearts, tailored for express mayhem and murder of your pristine social orders. We close our eyes with enough time to dream, 6 hot minutes through the hard atmosphere, visions of fabled Dalvanon, our own planet, our own Caesar, our own books of law and liberty. Ape shall never kill ape, no spill blood, the joys of ahimsa, a distant world keeping all of your promises made to us for 400 centuries. Idle fears. In the shade of the California Vatlao, I debate with Ajahn Anand what the secret Rakshasa Sutra must really look like. In Lao, we call them yak. It depends. When they're hungry, what do names matter? I ask, does a zombie have Buddha nature? He informs me the mindless craving for brains complicates things. He suspects Frankenstein's monster is closer to nirvana, but don't quote him on that. An American werewolf in Luang Prabang would stand no chance against a real Lao-ware tiger. Both should still try to observe the 5 precepts as best they can. If he was going to make a Vat, especially for robots, he might name it Vat Lao Robobudaram, but they would surely have to learn to get beyond artificial binary worldviews. You aren't going to turn this into a poem, are you? He asks. That's nothing to be afraid of, I inform him. Usually. The pearl in the shadows. When the sage points at Relai, A madman stares at the tentacle. Once you understand the truths of the centerless cosmos, know you will be condemned to return in 1,000 forms. Some will pipe and some will scream. Some will whisper and crawl. A few for the right reasons. Some will write a poem with something shaped like a man on a filthy morning filled with the laughter of a finite. Some will find wisdom like a Velusian serpent inland. Others will remain fools, dreaming of their roots in Vinchan or the questionable tastiness of a Miskatonic mudbug. Those who dare to hope will fall asleep many times. Those who dare to wake will see something timeless. Yawp as you will among sacred worms and stumbling mountains, though you are but one grain in the multiverse, in our darkness, what a pearl you might yet become. No, your true name is already a scrawl in the book of the dead. Your ultimate fate, as certain as a well-read poet in a nameless bazaar, remembered and sought only for their most nonsensical scribbles.
Fire goes to the west. I have known eons among celestials for where you have known a second. I have stretched from the rains of Draco to the banks of the dreaming Mekong. I was there when the son of Ashakya flowered into bright Takata, breaking the cycles of samsara. I watched my wisest daughter journey to your young lands of grapes and olives. You took her beautiful head and claimed her monster, filling your proud bowels with wine and honey. In the primeval eras of sacred Himapan, feathered kinley devote their lives to song and dance, celebrating the beauty of the timeless and the finite, what might soar and what might remember, what might love and what might wonder. On your modest sea, you plug your ignorant ears, proclaiming them foul screechers reeking of carrion. Arriving on your shores to address these matters, you scream in terror, summoning saints and swords, dismissing me, some rankless worm of fetid breath. Back home, the king of Akirin rolls his sagacious eyes as you dream of your pale virgins and bestial unicorns. I will teach you of eternity and the laughter of karma, but you'd likely just mistake it for some horrid inferno. Planting. The farmers, the gardeners of the world, bent to the earth on every continent, seeds in hand, holes in the soil, like a hungry mouth dark with mystery. Touch her with a word from the page, she smiles. Touch her with a hand at night, a million things might happen, like a young shoot climbing from the ground, who might become a field, a shade forest, a bit of soup on a complicated evening when she needs it most. Returning. Growing up in the Midwest in the 1980s, I ran into the idea of there and back again, of shires and armies and the mistakes of old men, to say nothing of monsters, of magic, an appreciation for roads and places undreamt by youth from Vinchan, the realm of a million elephants. Going on the road or on travels with Charlie seemed so far away, even as the poet's road became mine. The other day, I drove past acres of olives, almonds, and wine, to ports filled with coffee and fish, dancers from Nanchang. There was a stop in Missoula, a memory of vows and naturalization, a hot dog under big sky, hounds barking like Cerberus, keep going. In Sturgis, they love motorcycles and handguns. In Wall, there's jackalopes and plague-ridden prairie dogs. I wake up in the Midwest again, visiting Tufi Kaiju, a rusting robot from the future. I cannot tell you anymore who was invading, who was defending. A singer I know found fame beneath a clown's grease paint, while I tell you of stars I know I'll never set foot. Memory is a writhing hydra, yet I fear this poem most when it is Hercules with a sputtering torch. Zambura. Utters Om, not brains, is not attached to the body, is not attached to the mind. Decay
is one aspect of a cycle of birth, life, death, rebirth, re-death. Never perfumes or gilds for self. Comes back for you. Perhaps right behind you. Keep going, he says in his own way. Observes a walk in meditation. Does not hurry or drive cars or trucks or tanks or gunships or warplanes. Will not touch money or liquor. Is beyond the vices of lust and greed. Focused. Not one possession of a past matters. Old names are useless. Accepts every moment with equanimity. No fear, no pain, no anger, no jealousy. Burn him, cut him, shoot him, flee him, free him. It is the same. The old riddle still applies. Meeting the Buddha on the road, you can say nothing to him. You cannot remain silent. What do? You will destroy him to be comfortable. Some will follow his path, become one with him, laughing at the dancing bones of Zen, the lessons of an uncertain universe.